It's Pegeen, and I'm here to talk about sales. Sales, sales. This is all about sales. Here, specifically, what we're talking about this morning is to make sure in sales that you're talking to the right person, you have your processes in place in the very beginning. One of the things that occurs, whether you're trying to reach out to people on LinkedIn or whether or not you're making phone calls, is are you prepared and are you speaking to the right person? This is two key components when we're starting to reach out. One is, are you prepared? Do you have in front of you the 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 things you will need for that first phone call? The things you will need for the first phone call is a very, very clear why. Why is this important to them? Why is it important to them to have the second thing, an appointment with you? If that's the case, and that is the case, that's you should always go for an appointment first. So you're not taking somebody's time up. You want to be able to talk to them, but not rush it. So you want to be able to say something that will benefit them to say, it might be of interest to you to have an appointment so we could discuss this further. I don't want to take any more time for you. That's an important statement because it shows respect and it shows respect for that person's time. Then, when you do, they say, yes, I'd love to an appointment. You can do it two ways. The first is you've already looked at your calendar, you've already figured out the days you have available. So you say, well, which is better, Tuesday or Wednesday? They'll say Tuesday, morning or the afternoon. They'll say the afternoon. You say, great, I've got some slots at 2, or I have availability between 2 and 4. Does that work for you? Or do you want it later in the day? The more you can help them feel free in terms of making choices, but at the same time, the more you are showing that you have clarity and you've already planned this out. So you already know what days you have available, you know which 2 days, you know which times you have morning and the afternoon available, and then you say which would work for you. Now, if they say, well, this is really great, I my schedule is kind of all packed. Can you give me a calendar? Can you send me something to set an appointment? Then you might want to invest in having something like Calendly, where you could send them already prepared a link so they can make an appointment with you and you can actually get it in the books. This these two components are so important because too often people call without a plan, without a clarity about what they're doing. So the first thing is, what's your plan? You want to get an appointment. What's your plan? You want to give them two options. What's your plan? You want to be able to provide them with a calendar link. This is so important to help them make decisions and feel the freedom. And then, of course, what I started with, be clear what is the benefit to them to set up an appointment with you. Why should they care? And that's your opening statement. Why should they care? And if they care, and if it's something important to them, they'll set the appointment up with you. Don't waste people's time. Be prepared.